Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Daily Race B here at Sardegna Road Track A. It is a 5-lap race on racing hard tyres, which are I think now sponsored by Gran Turismo because it's always on a Daily Race B racing hard tyres. But anyway, the lap time is a 155.997 that I did. The meta car is at the moment the Mazda 3, but the anti-metas you can see in the top 100 is the RCF and the Mazda Atenza. There might be a couple of others, but they're the ones I've seen the most. If you haven't done so already, if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button if you are new to the channel and you are enjoying my content of these lap guides that I'm dishing out each week, much really helps my channel grow and makes me know that you are enjoying the content. Anyways, let's start with the lap guide. So you want to be going full metal jacket down into the first corner. You want to be looking for that 100-meter board. Once you go past the 100-meter board, I want full braking power down into second gear, and then ease off the brakes while turning in. I'm going to take this as nice and smooth as possible. When you start seeing that V in the mountains, it's when I want you to short shift into third and accelerate out while still turning. And also, most of these corners, you want to reduce as much wheel spin as possible because the Mazda 3 is a front wheel drive car. So short shifting into the next gear on exit will help reduce that. So your next braking point is the 50-meter board. I want you to be braking after the 50-meter board. Full braking power down into second gear again. And you want to get as close as you can to the apex on the left. And then we want to double acceleration again before you have to start braking just here. So either the sand trap on the right or the fence that begins on the left. Once they leave your screens, I want you to start braking again. Turn in, and then once you see these two closer of the signs turning right together, as you can see, a little bit more separated, I want you to short shift into third gear and accelerate out. And you shouldn't be able to clip the grass, so just be careful there because if you run right, it's going to affect your lap severely. Now your next braking point is just this little gap between the bushes right here. Once that leaves your screen, again, I want you to go down into second gear for more rotation. So quick dab of braking. You want to keep the speed up as much as possible. And then once you see the marshal start leaving the center of the screen, I want you to go back into third gear and accelerate out gradually. Because again, if you start powering out too quickly, you're going to start understeering and you'll clip the barrier, which will affect your lap time. And especially down this big straight, that's not what you really want. So coming up next, your next braking point will be the 100-meter board just there. I want you to brake underneath it, full braking power down into second gear. I want you to get as close as you can to the wall to the left. Do not touch it because it will affect your laptop severely. And then when you see these two left-hand signs in the middle, when that hits your screen in the middle, I want you to start accelerating out a little bit in a second and then short shift into third to exit out to reduce the wheel spin. So I see it there, I literally clipped the grass fractionally, but it didn't really affect my time that much. Then this next part is very, very tricky. So what I want you to do is literally dab the brakes at the end of this curb right here to slow down that slightly, start turning in and get as close as you can to the barrier at the left. I'm going to slow down the footage for you, and then you want to start accelerating fully once you are literally kissing that barrier. You should then not understeer that wide. If you're understeering wide, you're accelerating too early. And then your last braking point is the 100-meter board or the beginning of the curb, as you can see just underneath it. Full braking power down into second gear. I want you to get as close as you can to the wall on the left. And then once you see the giveaway sign in the when you go over it, shall I say, sorry, I want you to start accelerating out in second gear, but be careful of the wheel spin. If you're turning too much, you will generate more wheel spin. So just, again, smoothness is key here. And then most of it then is flat out for the end of it. Nice and simple. And if you can do all this well enough, you should be able to get a 150.9 or 151. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope this lap guide helps you with the races this week. Good luck with the races this week, and I'll catch you very, very soon in another video or live stream. Take care.